Welcome to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the ages, uncovering the secrets of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves at the threshold of a most extraordinary era, one that would leave an indelible mark on the fabric of human civilization, the Islamic Golden Age. This was a time when the Islamic world, spanning from the Iberian Peninsula to the Indus Valley, became the epicenter of intellectual and cultural brilliance, witnessing unprecedented advancements in science, philosophy, art, and architecture. In the early 7th century, the Arabian Peninsula was a vast expanse of desert landscapes inhabited by various tribes and city-states, each with their own distinct culture and traditions. It was here, in the city of Mecca, that a young merchant named Muhammad would receive a revelation from Allah, marking the beginning of Islam. This prophetic event would set in motion a chain of occurrences that would forever alter the course of history. As Muhammad's message gained traction, he attracted a devoted following of companions, including the likes of Abu Bakr, Umar, and Ali, who would play pivotal roles in shaping the future of the Islamic world. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated from Mecca to Medina, an event known as the Hijra, which marked the beginning of the Islamic calendar. This migration not only provided a safe haven for the burgeoning Muslim community, but also laid the foundation for the establishment of the first Islamic state. Over the next several decades, the Islamic Empire expanded rapidly, with the Rashidun Caliphate, led by Abu Bakr and Umar, conquering vast swaths of territory, including the Persian Empire and the Byzantine provinces in the Middle East. The conquest of these regions brought the Muslims into contact with a plethora of cultures, each with their own unique scientific, philosophical, and artistic traditions. The city of Damascus, which would eventually become the capital of the Umayyad Caliphate, emerged as a major center of learning, attracting scholars and intellectuals from across the ancient world. As the Islamic Empire continued to expand, it absorbed the knowledge and wisdom of the conquered territories, incorporating elements of Greek philosophy, Persian astronomy, and Indian mathematics into its own intellectual landscape. The seeds of this intellectual cross-pollination were sown during the reign of the Umayyad Caliph, Muawiyah, who encouraged the translation of Greek and Persian texts into Arabic, laying the groundwork for the Islamic Golden Age. The Umayyad Caliphate, which ruled from 661 to 750 CE, was marked by significant administrative and architectural achievements, including the construction of the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem and the Great Mosque of Damascus. However, it was also a period of intense political intrigue, with various factions vying for power and influence within the caliphate. The eventual overthrow of the Umayyads by the Abbasids in 750 CE would mark a significant turning point in Islamic history, paving the way for the rise of Baghdad as a major center of learning and culture. As the Abbasid Caliphate rose to power in 750 CE, Baghdad emerged as a beacon of intellectual and cultural brilliance, becoming the epicenter of the Islamic Golden Age. During this period, which spanned from the 8th to the 13th century, the Islamic world witnessed an unprecedented explosion of scientific, philosophical, and artistic advancements. One of the defining moments of this era was the establishment of the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, a renowned center of learning and translation, where scholars such as Al-Khwarizmi and Hunayn ibn Ishaq worked tirelessly to translate Greek and Persian texts into Arabic. The year 813 CE marked a significant turning point in the Islamic Golden Age, as the Abbasid Caliph, Al-Mamun, ascended to the throne and actively promoted the pursuit of knowledge and intellectual inquiry. Under his patronage, the House of Wisdom flourished, attracting scholars from across the ancient world, including the famous mathematician and astronomer Al-Kindi. As Al-Kindi once remarked, "The truth is not to be found in the opinions of the multitude, but rather in the demonstrations of the few," reflecting the spirit of intellectual curiosity and critical thinking that defined this era. The 9th century saw a surge in scientific discoveries, as Islamic scholars made groundbreaking contributions to fields such as mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. The work of Al-Khwarizmi, for instance, introduced Arabic numerals to the world, revolutionizing mathematics and facilitating the development of algebra. Meanwhile, the astronomer Al-Biruni calculated the circumference of the Earth with remarkable accuracy, demonstrating the advanced understanding of astronomical phenomena during this period. The Islamic Golden Age was also marked by significant advancements in philosophy, as scholars such as Ibn Sina and Ibn Rushd engaged with the works of Aristotle and other Greek philosophers. Their commentaries and interpretations not only preserved the knowledge of ancient Greece, but also expanded upon it, laying the foundations for the development of Western philosophy. As Ibn Sina wrote, "The universe is a single, unified whole, and all its parts are interconnected," reflecting the holistic understanding of the natural world that characterized this era. The 10th century saw the rise of the Fatimid Caliphate in Egypt, which further accelerated the pace of intellectual and cultural progress. The city of Cairo emerged as a major center of learning, attracting scholars such as the mathematician and engineer Ibn Yunus. His work on trigonometry and astronomy facilitated the development of more accurate astronomical tables, which were used for centuries to come. As the Islamic Golden Age continued to unfold, the boundaries between different disciplines began to blur, giving rise to a unique fusion of art, science, and philosophy. The works of the Persian poet Omar Khayyam, for example, reflected this synthesis as he wove together themes of love, spirituality, and scientific inquiry in his famous Rubaiyat. As he wrote, "The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on, capturing the essence of a dynamic and ever-changing world." The 12th century saw the emergence of the Seljuk Empire, which further expanded the geographical scope of the Islamic Golden Age. Scholars such as Ibn Tufayl and Ibn Bajjah made significant contributions to the development of philosophy and science, while the poet and mystic Rumi founded the Mevlevi order in Konya, Turkey, which would become a major center of spiritual and intellectual inquiry. As the 13th century unfolded, the Islamic Golden Age began to slowly decline, its momentum waning due to a combination of internal and external factors. The Mongol invasions, which swept across the Middle East and Central Asia, left devastation in their wake, destroying cities, libraries, and centers of learning. The House of Wisdom, once the epicenter of intellectual inquiry, was ravaged, its scholars displaced or killed. Despite this, the legacy of the Islamic Golden Age continued to inspire and influence scholars, scientists, and thinkers across the world. One of the most significant later events of this period was the rise of the Ottoman Empire, which would go on to become a major center of learning and culture in its own right. Scholars such as Ibn Khaldun, who lived during this time, continued to build upon the foundations laid by their predecessors, making significant contributions to fields such as history, philosophy, and sociology. As Ibn Khaldun once remarked, "The past resembles the future. More than one drop of water resembles another," reflecting the enduring nature of human experience and the importance of understanding historical context. The Islamic Golden Age ultimately concluded with the fall of Baghdad to the Mongols in 1258, marking the end of the Abbasid Caliphate and the decline of the city as a center of learning. However, its impact was far from over. The knowledge and ideas that had been developed during this period continued to spread, influencing the course of Western civilization and shaping the development of science, philosophy, and art in Europe. Today, the Islamic Golden Age is remembered as a time of unparalleled intellectual and cultural achievement, a testament to the power of human curiosity and ingenuity. Its legacy can be seen in the many scientific and philosophical discoveries that were made during this period, from the development of algebra and the calculation of the Earth's circumference to the preservation and translation of ancient Greek texts. As the renowned scholar George Saliba has noted, the Islamic Golden Age was a time when scholars from different religious and cultural backgrounds came together to pursue knowledge and understanding, creating a rich and vibrant intellectual culture that continues to inspire us today. The significance of the Islamic Golden Age extends far beyond its historical context, speaking to fundamental questions about the nature of human progress and the importance of intellectual curiosity. It reminds us that knowledge is a cumulative and collaborative endeavor, built upon the contributions of countless individuals across cultures and centuries. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.